Unhappy with the 23.55% pay hike proposed by the 7th Pay Commission. Top sources seem to suggest that the centre has enough funds to provide for higher salaries, but they fear for the states. Not just that, they're also disappointed that the recommendations were not radical enough and should have linked pay to merit. Nayanthara joins in now with exclusive details. Nayanthara, what's bothering the centre?
Hi Kritika, I've been speaking to senior cabinet ministers, I've spoken to senior officials in North Block as well, and this is a sense that one is getting, that while the centre is equipped to manage whatever the 7th Pay Commission has recommended, and it has enough fiscal elbow room to do so from FY17 onwards, can we really say that about the states? What are the states going to do to ensure that their employees stay happy, that there is not too much pressure from the trade unions to ensure that their finances don't go out of whack? What is also upsetting the centre is that a very ambitious 14th Finance Commission that had been adopted by the centre gives so much freedom to the states for their economic development. So the fear is that is this recommendation of the 7th Pay Commission going to hijack growth of the states? Is it going to hijack the finances that were meant for development just so that the employees at the state level feel that they are at par with the centre? That seems to be the biggest worry of the centre right now, that everything that they've been planning from the past, from the 14th Finance Commission onwards, for example, recently we even had that very ambitious Uday plan to revive the discoms unveiled by Piyush Goyal. Is all of that now under threat? You are talking about a hike right now, 24%, an annual increment of 3%. When you look at the centre's finances, and you heard Shaktikanta Das also talking about this. The sense I'm getting is that North Block feels very comfortable about it at the moment. Typically, your pay and pension is 2.5% of the GDP. This 7th Pay Commission could lead to a spike of it, resulting in 3.15% of GDP. However, with the healthy revenue collection you're seeing, and if that were to continue, Finance Ministry of the view that not only will it be able to accommodate the 74,000 crore rupee it has to with the 7th Pay Commission, it might even be left with, let's say, about 1 lakh crore rupees to pump prime the economy. But the biggest worry right now for the centre is what happens to the states, what happens to everything it has worked for since taking power to give economic freedom to the states, and is that going to be hijacked? If you look at a state and its revenues are around 50,000 crores and suddenly has another 10,000 crores that needs to pay out to employees, where's that going to leave growth?
Well, many important questions there, and hopefully Nayanthara will be able to get us sources to answer that in time. Let's take a short